Is the world ready to forgive Anheuser-Busch and go back to drinking Bud Light? Not so fast. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating, and no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Is the world ready to forgive Anheuser-Busch and go back to drinking Bud Light? I gotta laugh at this stuff. Insane. So here's the reality. We live in a digital world where we're just all chasing the latest trending headline that's enough to get our attention. And this one was pretty polarizing, right? Because the realities are, there's a saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, we're broke on so many levels. We're broke back mountain right now is what we are here in America. Anheuser-Busch is leading the charge. And here's the question I really wanted to ask, because I noticed that, I don't see as many reports now and people covering this topic, meaning it's kind of in our rear view mirror. We're on to the next thing we can latch onto and be mad or upset about. And rightfully so. There's plenty to be mad about. I mean, there is plenty to be mad about right now. Our administration, our leadership is failing. But the reality is that we kind of needed this because this has kind of put a kibosh on a lot of companies thinking that they could go this route in terms of marketing campaigns, because the narratives that are being pushed are really damaging to young, impressionable minds, in my opinion. The realities are, this is not a normal lifestyle. It's never been, and we're trying to make it normal. And it just never will be. That's just the realities of what it is. Now, and now what we're seeing, the almost biblical, in the last days, what's wrong will become right, and what's right will become wrong. Well, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. But, those are just some of my personal views. What I really wanted to get into today is why I don't believe Anheuser-Busch is out of the woods by a long shot. For one, this all started courtesy of the crisis when bars and stores were shut down. Their sales plummeted, but your tax dollar and mine allowed them to take advantage of PPP money offered by the government to pay their employees while they sat at home. When we got reopened, that money went away. So now they're trying to do anything they can from their cratering sales due to the crisis and see if they could tap in to some kind of way to boost sales for the brand. And the realities are they hired kids to do grown-ups work. And this was Anheuser-Busch, the Clydesdale, the Americana. Their core consumer for their leading selling beverage, Bud Light, was not this demographic. So something went sideways in a boardroom in terms of trying this pilot marketing idea. And I'm sure if I'm the kids that were hired with some ad agency or marketing agency to say, hey, but Anheuser-Busch, we have an idea that we already own this space with our core consumer being whoever, and they don't like your core consumer, by the way. The people that you just promoted or hired to promote the brand in this demographic don't like your core consumer because it was a frat boy consumed product, but it was Americana and there's nothing wrong. In fact, I would rather be a frat boy than a lady boy. But that's just me. Again, let's try to stay on topic if we can, because in a minute I'm going to share with you something that's very revealing, tongue twister for any gender. Whew, insane, this stuff, right? The realities are when that ad agency came in and started marketing this whole pitch to them, it was greed that allowed that boardroom, the higher ups, even if they had some moral compass, to concede to giving it a shot. And that's what money does to people. Money will sometimes, get people to change and bend on maybe their personal views. But the reality, there's an old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They got greedy. This was crisis-driven. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people, especially in the beverage industry, people couldn't go out and party. So they thought maybe they would tackle or tap into this demographic. I think the realities are this, friends. It doesn't matter anymore. This drink has become politically charged, and it's going to have a tail that follows them for many, many years. They might be able to position themselves to still be the top or around the top alcoholic beverage or beer, in the world or America, but their sales will never come back and be what they were prior to this campaign stunt. Let's jump over and see what's going on with them internally right now. Then we're going to meet back here and wrap this one up. Let's get started. Bud Light sales continue to plummet after transgender marketing controversy. Sales of Bud Light have been plunging since the company enlisted the help of transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney in a marketing campaign a month ago. In the week that ended April 22nd, the brand's in-store sales plummeted more than 26%, according to figures reported by Bump Williams Consulting, a Connecticut-based firm that specializes in the alcoholic beverage industry. And the decline is only accelerating. The week before, sales dropped 21%. A week before that, 11%. This company's in a free fall. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. So there you go. Sales are plummeting. Stores are recording massive 26% declines after previous declines and declines before that. Their overall sales now are about 50%. That is a haircut that companies cannot take, because you know what's going to happen now, not only and rightfully so for a lot of us and our opinions, that marketing agency will never be hired again to set foot in Anheuser-Busch. That really messed with their numbers, but they had it coming. They can blame themselves before they blame the kids that they hired to try this marketing campaign. But the bigger problem, the bigger elephant in the room, is they're going to start laying people off. So let's say you work for Anheuser-Busch and you don't believe in what they tried here with this beer. And you got to now work for the company that's pushing it. You're just given a job, you got to do it. But now, to add insult to injury, you're worried if you're going to keep your job, because if sales are down, the bottom line's affected. And what happens when the bottom line is affected? They start trimming the fat. They start running on a skeleton crew. They start laying people off. And I'm sure it's already happening. If you know the numbers and the statistics on Anheuser-Busch layoffs, put in there. We just took a look at their sales report. It's not looking good. My opinion is it's going to continue to do what it's doing now. And I'll blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Links to my other channels are in the description if you'd like to follow those channels as well. As always, thank you for your time. Go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.